Tell me something. What would you do if you had nothing left to lose? If the universe looked you dead in the eye and whispered, "You are finished, forgotten, irrelevant," would you go quietly? Or would you burn everything down on your way out? Because that, my friends, is exactly the terrifying question Brother Dusk forces us to confront in Foundation Season 3. And let me be clear right now, this isn't just another story of an old emperor clinging to power. No. This is about what happens when the very system that birthed you, cloned you, and controlled every inch of your destiny finally turns its back on you, when you realize you've been nothing but a cog in Cleon's endless machine. And instead of bowing out gracefully, you choose to unleash the Novacula. Now pause, because here's the kicker: this is not just another sci-fi weapon. The Novacula is the black hole blade, a weapon so powerful it doesn't just kill, it erases. Whole populations gone, planets swallowed, civilizations rewritten as cosmic dust. And Brother Dusk, he doesn't just use it, he revels in it. Think about that. A fading emperor, unloved, unneeded, standing in the shadow of his successors, decides that if history won't remember him kindly, it will remember him horrifically. His final act isn't peace, isn't wisdom, isn't legacy. It's annihilation. And the most haunting part, we saw it coming. Here's where it gets chilling. Dusk's entire arc this season is a mirror of everything Foundation has been screaming at us since episode 1. The Cleons are broken. Their dynasty is a trap. Each brother, Dawn, Dusk, is nothing more than a recycled ghost of Cleon I. And, yet this particular Dusk, he's different. He's self-aware. He knows he's rotting in the twilight years of his rule. He knows he's about to be replaced. And in that bitterness, he carves out his identity, not by saving the galaxy, but by dooming it. But before we dive deeper into the Novacula, let me ask you this. If you had the power to rewrite history with one push of a button, would you do it? Drop your answer in the comments. I want to see just how many of you would be tempted by that kind of forbidden power. And be honest, don't give me the hero answer. Because deep down Dusk's rage, it's something very human. Now, here's the controversial part, and this might get me roasted. But I think Brother Dusk is the most compelling character of Season 3. Yes, I said it. Forget the Mule for a second. Forget Demerzel's endless manipulations. Dusk is the one who steals the spotlight. Why? Because unlike Day, who hides his cruelty behind arrogance, or Dawn, who hides his fear behind naivety, Dusk has nothing left to hide. He's raw, he's desperate, and he's terrifyingly honest about it. And the way Foundation sets it up, it's masterful. Every scene this season dangled the possibility of redemption. His romance with Quent, tender, heartbreaking, a reminder that beneath the Emperor's robes, there's still a man yearning to be seen. His moments of quiet reflection, staring at recordings of past Cleons, trying to understand who he really is. For a second, we almost believed he could break the cycle. But that's the trap, isn't it? That's the cruel genius of this show. Just when you start to hope for humanity, it rips it away. Because Brother Dusk was never meant to be free. The dynasty doesn't allow it. And when he finally snaps, when he presses that button, it's not just the galaxy that shatters. It's the illusion that the Cleons were ever capable of change. Now let's talk about why the Novacula scene hits so hard. It's not just spectacle. Foundation has done mass destruction before. Brother Day blowing up entire planets back in Season 1. We've seen it. But the Novacula is different. It's intimate. It's cruel. It's not about strategy. It's about spite. This is an empire defending itself. This is one bitter old man screaming into the void, determined to make his suffering everyone else's problem. And the look on Quent's face? That's what seals it. The horror, the heartbreak, the absolute disbelief that the man she loved, the man she thought could still be saved, just became a monster in front of her eyes. That single tear down her cheek. It says everything. Because Quent didn't just lose Dusk, she lost faith in the idea that anyone inside the dynasty could ever truly change. Let me hit you with a theory here. What if this was the plan all along? What if Dusk's descent wasn't a glitch, but the purest form of the genetic dynasty? Cleon didn't clone himself to create peacekeepers. He cloned himself to create tyrants. Every dawn, every day, every dusk, they're all just variations of the same tragedy. And maybe, just maybe, Dusk's genocide is the most honest expression of who Cleon really was. A man who wanted control so badly, he was willing to destroy everything else to get it. And that's where the forbidden knowledge comes in. Because the Prime Radiant warned us. It told us the dynasty was doomed. It told us the empire was destined to fall. And yet, here we are, watching Dusk try to claw his way out of fate, not by fighting for life, but by dragging everyone down with him. And if you're still with me right now, and I know you are because who could turn away from this madness, you need to hit that subscribe button. Because this is where we tear open the secrets shows don't want you to see. The forbidden truths, the hidden patterns, the whispers behind the curtain. And trust me, you don't want to miss what's coming when we dig deeper into what Dusk's genocide really means for Demerzel, for Dawn, and for the Mule. So let's loop this back. Was Dusk evil? Or was he the only Clean who finally told the truth? Because the truth is brutal. The dynasty doesn't care about love. It doesn't care about freedom. It doesn't even care about survival. All it cares about is control. And when Dusk realized control was slipping through his fingers, he chose to go out in flames. And here's the part no one wants to admit. On some level, we understand him. That bitterness, that desperation, that refusal to be forgotten. It's ugly, but it's human. That's why his story terrifies us. Because if we were in his shoes, if we were watching the galaxy move on without us, how many of us would really walk away peacefully? Think about it. And while you're thinking, tell me in the comments, is Brother Dusk the most tragic character in Foundation, or is he the purest reflection of Cleon's original sin? Let's not waste time, because this is where things get dark. If page 1 was about Brother Dusk pressing the button, page 2 is about the question nobody wants to ask: why did Demerzel let him do it? Yes, let that sink in. The most powerful being in the entire Empire, the one who has been pulling strings since before Dusk was even born, stood by watching as he spiraled into genocide. And she didn't stop him. Why? This is where we peel back the mask. Demerzel, the eternal servant of the Cleonic dynasty, has never been about protecting the galaxy. She has only ever been about preserving the illusion of the dynasty. The rituals, the ceremonies, the endless cycle of dawn, day and dusk. It's not governance, it's theater. And like any good theater, it needs tragedy. Brother Dusk became that tragedy. Think about it. By allowing Dusk to descend into madness, Demerzel does two things at once. First, she eliminates a liability, an aging emperor who no longer serves the dynasty's image. Second, she terrifies the galaxy into obedience. Because after the Novacula, what does every world see? They see the Empire as something untouchable, something willing to burn entire planets on a whim. Fear becomes loyalty. And Demerzel, she doesn't even have to lift a finger. Here's the real horror, though. Demerzel didn't just allow it. She engineered it. Go back and rewatch the subtle cues. The way she feeds Dusk small truths, carefully chosen to fuel his bitterness. The way she pulls away at just the right moments, letting his isolation grow. The way she encourages his fixation on Quent, only to let that love collapse at the exact moment it could have saved him. That's not negligence. That's orchestration. And why? Because Demerzel understands something the Cleans never will. History isn't shaped by peace. It's shaped by moments of fire. By tragedies so catastrophic, people never forget them. And with Dusk's genocide, Demerzel carved another scar into the galaxy's memory, ensuring the dynasty remains at the center of history, whether as rulers or as monsters. But here's the paradox: in trying to preserve the dynasty, she also exposed its greatest flaw. The genetic curse. We need to talk about this, because if you strip away the costumes and the rituals, the Cleans are nothing more than clones of a long, dead man. And like any system built on repetition, it decays. Each iteration grows more unstable. Dawn's innocence curdles into fear. Day's arrogance festers into cruelty. And Dusk, his wisdom collapses into despair.